Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk you through some tips, tricks and ideas to help you achieve the perfect dressage seat and position. So I've trained with the same trainer since I was 8 years old. I'm now 22, so that's a long time, and she is classically trained and she's been very lucky to have good training and good advice on how to achieve a perfect seat. So these are not guaranteeing you the perfect seat, and a lot of it, every horse is different, every ride is different, we've all got different body shapes, and Rome wasn't built in a day. So these are just some basic ideas to kind of help you get to grips with being in what, the correct position for dressage. I've done quite a few internationals and competitions in my dressage career, and I've had some decent marks for my riding, but I am still working on my position every single day. We do form some bad habits when we do it every day. I went through a phase of my horse was quite slow, so to get her to go forward, I'd be like leaning back like this and driving with my seat, and I'd often get some negative comments on that because my body would be like this, which is obviously not correct. So I'm also not perfect, I'm always working on it too, but these are some good ideas and tips to kind of help you achieve the seat, the desired seat, as it were. I hope you enjoy this video, I hope you learn something from it. I'm gonna go and get Sonny ready because he's just staring at me now, he's literally looking at me. Let me show you this. Hi Sonny. Hi baby. Look at him. He's just standing there waiting for me like, Mama, what are you doing? So yes, anyway, I'm gonna go and tack up, get ready, get on, and then I'm gonna talk you through the tips we've got. So the first thing to consider in getting a perfect dressage seat is your shoulders first. So I'm just gonna let Sonny go. Stay horse. So shoulders back, hips straight. We don't want too forward and too back, and then heels down, but there's often people think they need to be too far down. So just down enough that it's comfortable, but you can still be effective. So we're gonna take a closer look at that now. So you want your shoulders back, but you want them soft and relaxed, so it's natural. You want super straight hips, so you don't want to lean too far forward, nope, or too far back, nope. You want nice and central and nice and straight. I still have a bit of a curve because that's just the way I'm built. You want the stirrups on the ball of your feet, and you want your heels down but soft and relaxed, because otherwise it's unnatural and not effective, so as shown is correct. Your position should look like the video shown, but everybody is different again. Let's quickly touch on arm and hand position. So you want nice soft arms and you want to stretch them forward. Your hands want to be thumb on top. You don't want them turned outwards to the side like so. You want them thumb on top, and you need a nice direct line from your elbow to the horse's bit. Obviously Sonny's not on the bit, but you get the gist. So one of my favourite dressage tips is the whip tip, and when my trainer used to make me do it, I hated life. It was the worst thing ever because it's a little bit painful and it's very difficult, but it's probably the most effective one there is for getting your shoulders back. So it's not natural for everyone to put their shoulders straight back. So what we do is we get a whip, and the reason we use a whip, so I've had a lot of people ask me this question, is because it's bendy and it's quite fast release. If you come into any problems, you can drop it. You drop the whip. It's not worth your safety to get your shoulders back. But that's why, I've had some people say, why don't you use a broom? Exhibit A. Someone said, why don't you tie your arms back with a tail bandage? And yet again, you can't just drop and release. So we use a whip. And what you do with the whip, so hopefully Sonny will stay still for me now, is we get the whip and we thread it through behind your back, in between your elbows. So it doesn't look like a lot, but after a bit of time, you start to bring your shoulders back because there's pressure on the inner elbow point, and to relieve that pressure, you want to sit back. So I've had a few comments as well that, it's then making you look unnatural and a bit too overbent. Yes, this is not the perfect position, it's just a training aid to help you get those shoulders back, and once you drop it, it's a bit more natural for you. So
as you can see, the whip is behind my back and in between my elbows, as so. And this is, like I said, very effective, but you can see that my back is super curved now. And yeah, that is not technically correct, but it's a training aid to help you. And it is quite a painful one, but it works, trust me.
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight.
I use a slightly softer, bendier whip to start, but then I would normally go up and use a slightly harder, firmer whip because that way it's more difficult. But it's good to start somewhere, and we recommend always starting in walk until you get the grip and just to see how your horse reacts, because you can't ride properly with this aid.
So another tip we've got is the ball tip. I don't actually have a ball or a tennis ball at the moment, so the best I had was an apple. But that's okay because after our exercise we get to treat our horse too. And this is for, so now we've got our shoulders back and now we want our elbows in because you want them quite cinched into your waist. So this is a good practice one. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the apple here and then we're going to grip it. And we're going to try and grip on the deer life. Normally you would use two, one either side, but for demonstration purposes, we've only got one. So we're going to put that there. Oh, it's a good test of if you can keep it. And then we're going to walk off.
So this aid is pretty difficult, but it's very useful. So you want the apple just above the hip, just where your elbow sits naturally. And the aim is to not let it drop on the floor. You need to keep that locked in. So again, I would normally recommend starting off in walk and also try in one arm first because, you know, if anything goes wrong, you can drop it. If it's kind of difficult, you just have to try one side. So start in walk and see how it goes. I always do canter first with this one because personally I find canter a little bit easier. I don't know about you guys, but that's just what works for me. Please excuse the outline. This was pretty difficult and I hadn't warmed up properly.
So our third tip for a good dressage seat is nice long legs. In dressage, you want your legs as long as possible so you can wrap them around the horse so you can be more effective with your aids and have better feel. So for this one, it's everybody's old favourite. It's the no stirrup trick. And it's quite self-explanatory, no stirrups. But to do it properly, so we're going to get our stirrup and put it over so it doesn't flap around. And then we're going to get the other one and do that. And then you stretch your legs outwards or bring them up here so it feels different. Stretch. And then down so they rest nice and long. So the same tricks still apply. You still want your heels down and you still want to be in a nice position, but you just don't have the crutch of the stirrup now. And this is very good because you can get your legs on more, and then when you eventually get your stirrups back, your legs automatically feel like they want to be longer. So.
Better off, I'm gonna find my way tonight. Way tonight. Won't you talk to me? I wanna heal your sorrow. Just come to me.
So before you move off, I just recommend stretching your legs out, maybe putting them in the seat position just to make sure that you get used to the feel and you're able to stretch your legs down, like so. Again, we're going to start in walk, and I think you need to take a view on whether this will suit your horse. Sunny here is particularly relaxed, but I know some horses aren't, so don't put yourself in danger, and you know your horse better than we do, so take a view. Canter is definitely the easiest thing to do with no stirrups because you're not bouncing around and you're not struggling, and it's a lot easier to get your legs around the horse. So again, start in canter after the walk because it's much easier and it's a good practice to see how you're going to get on.
We'll make a new tomorrow. One night to find the answer.
Sitting trot is actually the devil with this, so I wouldn't stay in this for a long period of time.
Those are my 3 favourite dressage tips for achieving a perfect seat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you try it out, and if you do, please let me know. Please let me know, drop me a comment, and So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something. Those are the tips that work for me. And as I said previously, you know, everybody's different and they're not like a quick fix guarantee to get you a good seat, but they will help you if you practice them. So maybe dedicate 1 to 2 days a week for... So would you stop jumping this time? I recommend trying to do them maybe twice a week, because with repetitive action, then they'll become second nature eventually, and you'll have... Stop jumping. Stop it. Stop it. And if you repeat them, they'll become second nature. This is not going very well to finish this. Oh, you're hilarious. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something. If you did, please let me know. Please write in the comments anything you want to see. Sonny, you're not helping me here. Oh, also, that's what he wants. Oh yeah, have you been a good boy? Do you want my elbow tool? Oh, hang on. Just undo it. Still bite me.
So as I was filming this, I completely forgot that the apple was on the side and he could see it. So as you could see previously, he was getting rather restless and being a little bit of a nightmare to finish off this video. So I apologize for that, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe.
What makes this heart beat faster?
Yeah, so thank you for watching this video.